Today's best NBA bets coming your way. Let's do it. Off the jump, it's the best bet for the show. It's our daily sizzler, and it's the Pistons, -4 in Phoenix. Devin Booker still out for the Suns with a sprained ankle without him in the lineup this year. The Suns are 2-4 straight up and haven't scored more than 108 points. The Pistons average 117.2 points per game. They're the top team in the East, and they're as good on the road as they are at home. They're 15-6 straight up on the road and 56% against this number on the road of -4.5. And you can argue that Detroit has the best defense in the NBA. They're second in points allowed, second in field goal percentage allowed, first in blocks, first in steals, and first in assist to turnover ratio. Over the last 7 games, the Pistons have the third best point differential in the NBA at +73. That's plus 10.3 per game. Phoenix sits at +7, just +1 per game. With the offense being so much more limited without Booker, I think it'll be tough for Phoenix to keep up. The Pistons -4 is your daily sizzler. If you want today's premium play, there's a link for that in the comments section. It's called My $5 Favorite, and it gets sent to your phone for just $5. Milwaukee's -2.5 in our nation's capital, taking on the Wizards. The over-under is 222.5. Neither team scores much. The Wizards are 26th in scoring offense. The Bucks are 27th. Milwaukee defends better. They allow 5 less points per game than Washington does. But the Bucks are in bad current form. -92 point differential over their last 7 games. Now the Wizards are -47, still bad, but 7 better per game than Milwaukee. The Wizards are 53% against the spread in their last 20 home games, and the Bucks are 0-7 against this number of -2.5 in their last 7 games without Giannis. I like the Wizards with the points at home, and I like Chris Middleton over 14.5 points plus assists against his old running mates and punishing Milwaukee for sending him to Washington, the NBA abyss. He's over this number in 4 of his last 5 games with a median of 20 per game. Sacramento +11.5 at Philadelphia. The over-under is 229.5. Man, I can't back the Kings, Jack. And the Sixers are not good laying big spreads. Philly is just 25% against this number of -11.5 in their last 20 games. So we're looking at the total, and we like the over, 229.5. These two teams give up a combined 237 points per game, and the over has hit in 6 of Philadelphia's last 9 home games. I also like Kelly Oubre Jr. of Philadelphia, over 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. The kids call it PRA. He's over this number in 67% of games this season with a median of 21 and a median of 24 in his last 5 games. Miami at Chicago. It's a pick'em game, so we're looking at this on the money line. The over-under is 240.5. Both teams are in back-to-backs. Both teams lost yesterday. Now, these are the two of the highest scoring teams in the Eastern Conference. The difference is that the Bulls are a bottom 10 defense, and Miami is 9-3 in their last 12 games against bottom 10 defenses. They played once this season, and the Heat beat them 143-107, and that game was in Chicago. Miami was a 2-point underdog in that game. Miami's also better on the second day of back-to-backs. They're better conditioned. The Heat are 70% straight up this year. On the second day of a back-to-back, the Bulls are just 43%. I like Miami on the money line, and I would consider Jaime Jaquez of the Heat over 4.5 rebounds. Now, after getting roughed up by San Antonio last night, Houston is -3.5 in Atlanta. The over-under is 224.5. The Hawks played yesterday as well. They beat the Celtics in Boston. The Hawks have more experience with back-to-back situations this year. They've done it 9 times, and they're 5-4 against the spread on the second day of it. The Rockets have done it 5 times. They're 2-3 straight up and against the spread on the second day of their back-to-back. But the concerning thing to me is that those 3 losses straight up on the second day of a back-to-back, they lost to the Jazz, the Mavericks, and the Kings. They beat the Pistons and the Wolves, and this has been the story all season long for this Houston Rockets team. They play up and down to their level of competition. Houston is 0-10 against the spread their last 10 games against bottom 10 defenses, of which the Hawks are a card-carrying member. The Rockets have been grossly overvalued by the books. They're just 32% against the spread in their last 20 games. I like the Hawks with the points, and I like Jalen Johnson over 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's over this number in 86% of games this season, and over in his last 5 games. In his last 5 games he's over, he's got a median PRA of 50. He also thrives on the second day of back-to-backs. Every coach has one player that they lean on the second day. How many times can I say back-to-back in this video? But for Quinn Snyder, that player is Jalen Johnson. He has a median of 47 PRA and a second leg of B2Bs. Charlotte, minus 4.5 at Dallas. The over-under, 227.5. There's nobody hotter right now than the Charlotte Hornets. They've won 4 straight games and have an NBA best point differential of plus 79 over their last 7 games. Dallas is a good home team. They're 61% against the spread in their last 20 home games. But Charlotte, 68% against the number their last 20 away games. Let's not overthink this one. Stay with the hot hand. Charlotte, minus 4.5, and consider Brandon Miller over 20.5 points. He's over this in 7 of his last 10 games with a median of 24 points a game. Brooklyn, plus 7.5 at Denver. The over-under, 210.5. Brooklyn, 0-11 their last 11 games when lined as an underdog, and they're the lowest scoring team in the NBA. Denver's 10-5 against the spread their last 15 games, and get this, 67% against the spread without the Joker. I would lay it with the Nuggets here at home, and I would consider Jonas Valanciunas of Denver over 26.5 points plus assists. Last game was really his true first game starting this year at center without Joker after Valanciunas himself came back from an injury, and he had 32 points and rebounds against the Pistons. Guys, if you're looking for my betting card every day, if you want to bet everything that I'm betting every single day, you can do that by becoming a Jungle member. Go to silverbackjungle.com or text free trial to the number on your screen, and you get my full betting card sent to your phone every single morning. Free weekly trial. Take it for a test spin. If you want to stick around after that, it's just as little as 62 cents a day. And the last game on the board today is the biggest and best one. It's Oklahoma City, minus 6.5 at Minnesota, taking on the Wolves. Over under 225.5. You know, the Thunder get everybody's best game, and they appear fatigued. They've lost 2 of their last 3 straight up to the Pacers and the Raptors, and they only scored 104 points last game against the Pelicans, who everybody scores on. Minnesota's a tough matchup for the Thunder, a defensive, tough, physical team. The last time they played in Minnesota was this season, January 19th, and the Wolves beat them by 5. December 19th, they beat them by 5 as a 6.5 point underdog. I like the Wolves in this game also. They're 6-18 at home this season and 79% against this number of plus 6.5 at home. Take the points with Minnesota and look at Anthony Edwards over 25.5 points. I expect maximum effort from Ant in this game. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Leave me your favorite NBA plays of the day in the comment section, and I'll see you tomorrow with a little more money in your pocket.